Be Here Now? Was that that guy? Be Here Now?
Oop, maybe let's turn you up. Okay, what up? What up, guys? You're listening to I Woke Up For This, the stellar show that you wake up every Tuesday morning for.
For this.
Yeah, just for this. My name is Blaise Kautzman. I'm your host. We got my co-host in here.
Hey, I'm Mark Way.
And we got a good friend of ours, another funny comedian from Fargo, North Dakota, Gregory Hobbs and Scotch.
It's me, Greggs and Hobbs. Hobbs Scotch.
I thought your name was Calvin this whole time.
Kelvin?
And Hobbs.
You say my name literally every week at the open mic, and you don't know my name.
Yeah, when I say...
Calvin. I think you said Kelvin. Like 0 degrees Kelvin. Like I was so cool that I was Kelvin. You had to measure me in Kelvin.
It's interesting to me because I've had this discussion twice in 2 days because there's a person at my work, Kelvin. And I said, hey, we got to call this guy Calvin. And then they were like, who? And I was like, the guy Calvin with the car. And then he was just like, oh, Kelvin. And I was like, you know what, man?
So you say it like right in the middle of Calvin and Kelvin, and it sounds similar to both.
Kelvin and Calvin are the same name.
Kelvin and Calvin?
Yes.
Kelvin and Calvin.
It's a different letter.
Calvin. There's a difference.
There's literally a difference.
There's
C-A-L and K-E-L.
Correct.
It's not like Keenan and Cal. Then it's Keenan with a white guy. Keenan and
Calvin
Cal is a black guy.
Yeah, Kelvin is the black version of Calvin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, look.
Then you're mixed, so that's why you're mixing them up, I guess.
Nah, man. If you're across the street and you see your friend name...
Put that to your mouth a little bit.
Is it been on there?
It's just, there you go.
So if you're across the street, and then you see your friend, K-E-L or C-A-L, and you yell out, "Hey, Calvin!" You think that guy's not gonna look?
My name's Kelvin. I'm not even moving a millimeter. I'm not looking at you at all. My name's Kelvin, dude.
You think that guy's not looking? I think he's looking.
He's looking. It's the same with like if you say milk or milk.
Yeah, you guys seem to say milk out here.
No,
yeah, we're right.
Don't say you guys. Don't say you guys.
Blaise does.
Blaise says milk. I know I've heard Dylan
I'm
and like a few people say milk. And you guys say like legs and Greg a little bit.
What do you say instead of legs?
Legs. You guys put a little A on it.
Yeah,
I exaggerate it. I say legs, which is kind of funny to me. You guys say bag, obviously, out here. Yeah. Bag's a big one.
Biggs really bothers me.
Yeah, Kelvin and Kel though is different because that's like you don't go to Cal Poly University. Yeah, that's just
but that's C-A-L.
That's California.
I know, but
California.
I know.
California.
That's how it's different. K-E-L is just a black guy that's in a polyamorous relationship. That's Cal Poly. Cal Poly is
Keenan and Kelvin Poly.
Maybe they were in a poly relationship.
Oh man,
they were in a just strictly homosexual relationship.
Well, they were on Nickelodeon, so they might have been on a lot of different relationships.
Oh,
maybe I've yet to watch that thing, but the dude from Head of the Class or whatever.
Yeah, that's Cal Petty relationship.
Petty, P-E-T-T.
Well, I was going a different route.
Oh, pet
with the old Nickelodeon.
Yeah, that wasn't. I didn't watch that thing.
Oh,
it's kind of like you just kind of feel like you know what happened, and it's like
right.
Yeah.
With all those cases, you're like, oh man, there was an adult who used his power to diddle kids. You're like, that's all I need to know.
Hollywood, baby. I mean, like, what are we talking about? I'd be surprised when it doesn't happen. Like, they should make a documentary about that. Like, hey, this didn't happen.
Yep. Hey, check this.
Yeah, this one was actually good.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Can you imagine that being like? That's the story that nothing happened to the kids.
Right. Pretty soon, I think. Hey, do you remember that show Full House? Not one kid got touched on that.
No,
that's
you
crazy,
say.
right? And it's a whole big documentary. Bob Saget,
10 hours.
Yeah.
Just Bob Saget being a nice guy.
Hey, Bob Saget was pretty cool. Too bad he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
You know what I was thinking that is kind of funny? I was working out this bit too, but how like people are like, I'm in the adult industry.
Oh yeah.
There's really no industries that aren't adult.
Even children's industries are adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you really.
Yeah,
you
it's
should just
not
be
like run by children. Child actors aren't just run by like a little child agent.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, get.
Unless it's a lemon.
Like, dude, you gotta finish your milk. Got a big milk mustache.
Oh, Milk.
Yeah.
Milk
mustache.
No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding. I say milk. Anyway, go ahead.
I say milk. I think that was it.
You guys can get out of my studio.
It's-
This is an adult podcast.
Milk
This
is,
is-
I actually have been focusing on trying to say milk, but it sounds dumber.
Nah, man. Milk. Like MELK. Like
Yeah, you really milk it for all it's worth.
milk it.
Milk it.
Not milk it.
Milk it. Milk it.
Milk it. Milk it.
Scott Melkison.
John Milkovich.
John Malkovich.
Yeah.
John Milkovich.
John Milk.
John Milk the Witch.
John- I'll get you, my titty.
Milkovich.
Milk sandwich.
John's Milk Sandwich.
Could you have a milk sandwich? Because that's actually one of the things that creeps me out about the. Well, it doesn't creep me out. It's just blatantly lying about those cereal bars.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, hey, it's Lucky Charms, and then there's a layer of milk in the middle. I'm like, or marshmallows.
Yeah, just
Don't
dried up
say
sugar milk.
Yeah, don't say it's milk.
Isn't that condensed milk?
Nah, man. Well, it could be. I've never had one, but I'm just saying condensed milk isn't even that thick.
No, it's probably marshmallows.
I mean, I assume
Condensed
it's
milk is still liquid. It's not liquid in the bar.
right.
Yeah.
And why is it sweetened condensed milk? That's the only stuff I've
Yeah.
ever had. I put that in my coffee. Make it Thai coffee.
Oh, is that what they do with Thai coffee?
Yeah. I don't know if that's like just the only way. There's some certain spices in the Thai coffee too.
It's just any time my friend named Ty makes coffee.
TY.
Yeah.
Thai coffee.
But it's not T. We don't spell. What if like Ty, like Tyrone was spelled THY?
T-H-A-I.
Yeah.
THAI Roan.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Tyrone? Like, nah, man, that's not happening.
yeah.
No, I'm Tyrone.
Yeah.
And what do you want in your coffee?
I'll have some sweet and condensed milk. That's all I got.
That's the only way Thai makes it.
I don't have any cream and sugar. I only have cream and sugar put together.
And condensed.
I don't have them separated. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're smaller than they normally are.
Milk particles are just condensed into little tiny particles.
What's the purpose of condensed milk?
Saves your room.
Saves your room.
Yeah, saves
Yeah.
room in your
Have you-
cabinet for the last 45 years of that one can you
Yeah.
had up there that you forgot.
To look at it on the shelf every once in a while?
Yeah.
Ask your mom what it's for, and she'll be like, I'm baking a pie someday.
Well, that's what I was talking about last night at the show. I was like, I just go to clean out my cabinets. I got like 5 different things of baking powder because I'm like, I use one scoop out of it, put it back up there, forget that I ever had it, and the
Yep.
next time I need it, I'm like, where the hell is it? And then I go buy some more.
Or when you get caked up, you need to put it down your pants.
That's right. That is right.
And then it's even really caked up.
Yeah, you're walking.
When I accidentally use flour instead.
You're baking a bread. You know you got some yeast particles too. Dude.
It's like I could brew a beer between my legs.
I just consistently have a straw down my pants. And they're like, you drinking your urine? You're like, no, I'm fermenting
This
beer
is
between my...
homebrew, dude.
Yeah. Don't you want some of my thigh beer?
Yeah.
People are drinking from a straw like across the. Hey, have you had Blaise's crotch beer?
You heard fermented cheese. Have you
Yeah.
heard crotch beer?
Crotch beer.
Yeah, it's best served at 101 degrees.
Yeah.
People are laughing at you because you're drinking your beer through a straw, and you're like, "Well, dude, I'm not gonna drink it straight from the source."
Yeah, it's like I can go get it at Tyrone's coffee shop. That's the only other thing he sells.
Tyrone's coffee shop.
Thyro.
Thighs.
Th- the belta data thigh. I don't know my
Belta Nines.
Delta.
belta Dirk. Delta Burke. That's
Oh, dude, we're
that's a
doing
word.
Delta Burke
That's- yeah.
references.
No, we're just doing Delta.
Okay.
Belta Airlines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thyroid fever.
Speaking of belts, you know what are expensive?
Belts.
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 The belts
Yeah.
are out of control.
Belts
Unless you
are made of leather. You can buy leather pants for the same price as a leather belt.
Yeah, it's just a strap with some holes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all that my pants usually are, but I usually don't wear much more than that, to be honest.
It's not a full pant.
I think I'm going to start doing that, just wearing a belt around my house. Like, you're walking around naked. You're like, no, it's...
No, I
I
have
have a belt on.
But then you clip
Are you
a
gonna put
little
like your
knife
cell
to
phone?
it.
Holsters.
Just to walk around the house,
Oh,
Wild West
man.
style.
Yeah, just walking around, just like.
But it's TV remotes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, but you only had 2 holsters, and your phone and wallet are in those.
Where'd the remote come from? Don't ask questions. You don't
Yeah.
want to know the answers.
And you sit down, I'll grab you some thigh beer. And we'll have a good time.
Yeah. I'll open my legs. You can have some thigh beer.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you got to let it breathe, dude.
Well, yeah, you get, and then in order to get the full flavor, you got to get your nose in there. You can't just sniff it from the top. You got to, hi, how are you? Get it in there. You know what I mean?
It's too bad I'm no longer in the industry, man, or I could pitch this at the brewery.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Hey, I got this guy.
Dude, he has got an ecosystem down there like you would not believe, man.
He calls it a pantsrarium.
Yeah.
It's not a, oh, man. What, does this smell, as someone who makes beer, does it smell bad making beer with all that fermentation going on?
Yeah, I mean it does. It depends. It's more like the runoff and the dump and stuff that you would smell that was like in the drain that would stink, but the beer doesn't stink.
All right, you
dump it off yeast like every day and like all that gunk at the bottom, like that stuff will be funky.
Yeah.
But that's what that smell is, or like old grain, like that's just sitting there. That stinks, especially during the summertime.
And the living's easy.
And
the living's stinky.
Yeah, it is.
Now, is that Stinky Wonder that sang that song? That was the worst.
Stinky Wonder.
Stinky Wonder.
Yeah, Stinky Wonder. That was the worst.
Stinky Wonder. He just has no sense of smell, but he can see fine.
He can't play the piano.
He smells like hell, but he's the only he doesn't know. Everybody else like, Jesus.
Instead of waving his face crazy, he just waves his butt funny.
Yeah.
His nose goes back and forth.
Smelling time and the living's easy.
Clink, 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 clink.
Oh man, you do anything cool this weekend, Quay?
Oh man, what did I do this weekend? Let's see. Sunday I mowed the lawn. That's always a fun thing to do. I enjoy outside work like that. I don't want to say enjoy, but I kind of do. You know, I don't mind mowing my lawn. I like to do it. Like a lot of even some of my friends are like, "You should have your kid do it." I'm like, "Yeah, but
dude, mowing
I
your
like
lawn is kind of
doing it.
peaceful. I kind of like,
I have a
especially
riding
like as
mower.
a dad, that's like one of your things that you got a
No,
grill.
that's kinda nice.
You have your like lawn mowing shoes that you wear.
I'm not gonna answer that question, but yes, I do.
That's the answer.
Oh crap! I forgot how
Tricked you.
answers work.
Tricked you.
Man. Yeah, I got these. Actually, it makes me kind of mad, I'd say, because I have a pair of New Balances. They're suede. They're gray.
obviously New Balances.
Yeah, you got to cut
can't
the
mow
lawn.
the
and
lawn
do
with
about-
anything
yeah,
else.
Right.
Well,
That's
they're
insane.
you know what? I just put that together, honestly, because my buddy, I'd wear them to work because they were like the skate shoes. They were like Van style, like low tops or whatever. And he'd always be like, "Where's your Corvette?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about, man? These are like Jamie Foyt's. These are skate shoes. You know, blah blah blah. They're Anyway, he'd say, "Well, old people that drive Corvettes have New Balance," and I was like, "Yeah, they have the 480s. All right, these aren't 480s."
Yeah.
And then they were just like, "Well, they're New Balance," and I'm like, "That's not how it works."
The
Like,
wildest thing about
Yeah,
that
not
is
every New Balance is the dad
Is
New
the
Balance.
not
yeah,
right.
yeah.
the Air Monarch. Like I have a pair of Jordans on right now. Well, these are Jordans. I should
Nike Monarchs are dad shoes.
The Air Monarchs.
The Air Monarch's dad.
Air Monarch 2.
But those actually, they're
Oh, there's an Air
those are
Monarch
big
too.
nice-
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
And-
know there was any other type of New Balance shoe. To be honest with you,
Oh,
You-
yeah.
you
Actually,
name
you
it,
got a
all these-
wide variety,
Dude.
man. You should really check out the website.
I'm not really into stealing things. It's not a cool thing to do.
Nope.
And I didn't do this, but I walked to this was at I think it was the Mall of America. I'm pretty sure it was. They had a shoe store, and they had these New Balance in there. They were all suede and leather. They were like this dark brown, and then they had this light brown stitching of a dragon New Balance. They were like, as soon as I saw them, I was like, I need those.
Really?
And I was like, I'm gonna buy these shoes. I don't care. And then the price was like $520, and I was like, you know what?
Zetus
I am
Lapidus.
not buying these.
So you stole them?
No, that's what I considered it, but I was like, no, I don't. I don't steal. So I was like, well,
$500.
Plus, they only had that one shoe out, so I'd have to go back and hope that they had the same size.
Yeah.
I'd try to, or I'd have to cram my right foot into a size 9.
Greg's breathing pretty heavy in the microphone. It sounds like he's just thinking about stealing that shoe. He's like,
I'm just thinking about stealing in general. I wrote that in my journal the other day. I was like, I probably should start stealing again. You know? Just for old time's sake.
yeah,
See if I still got it.
you know, it's something, something I really miss.
Yeah, I've
Stealing
developed
stuff.
a lot of
Stealing
trust over the
stuff.
years, and I think I could really take advantage of it now.
Dude, yeah, that's like when you're a kid and just stealing stop signs or something would be cool. You don't realize how high stop signs are up.
Yeah,
Like, how
and
high
they're
do you have to
big.
be
They're
to
way
steal it?
bigger than you think, too.
Yeah,
Once
dude.
you get
Oh,
up
yeah.
there, they're like this.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
my one buddy took a stop sign. We watched him.
What's his name and address and phone number? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, hey,
It's a
coppers.
description
Yeah.
of him.
Hey,
He,
Describe what he looks like.
he saw one like laying down on the ground though, and was like, "We got to get that stop sign." And we went and got a pickup and like parked across the street. He went to go grab it, picked it up, and just couldn't see in front of himself. And all you saw was like 2 hands on the side of a stop sign. It was pretty much just a stop sign with legs running down the street.
running down
across.
yeah.
It's too much. Yeah, my old buddy gave me he worked for like the DOT or whatever in the county, and he was like, "Do you want a stoplight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take a stoplight." I thought it was like this. I was like this big.
Stop lights are huge.
Yeah, it
Stoplights
was
are
like this
huge.
big. I was like, I can't have anywhere to put this, so I just like left it in my carport. It wasn't
I'm sorry,
interesting
you
at
what?
all.
Wait, what?
Are you?
Huh?
What'd you leave it in?
What'd you say?
Do we not know what a carport is?
Do we know
and
exactly what a carport is if we were in Great Britain?
What do you call it out here?
A garage?
A garage.
No, I'm just kidding.
I
Oh,
never
well,
knew
is
that
everything
was,
a garage
I
out here? Do you
never
not
knew
have-
that was called a carport.
I've only heard it like called a carport. Never in. It's always like maybe Canada.
Are you talking about a garage?
No, I'm talking about a garage.
Okay, this is not a garage. A carport is not a garage.
Carport's the like
It's
a
just
roof.
like a covering. Yeah.
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 But what would
That's,
you call that?
I mean, no walls garage.
Yeah, that's much better. There's no walls.
I just call it an awning.
Yeah.
An
I mean,
awning. Okay.
I wouldn't call
Well, we
it
would call it awning, just like a little thing over a
a
door.
tent.
Well, it's definitely not a tent.
Well, okay. Let me ask you
permanent
this:
structure.
When you,
It's kind of a tent.
it's kind of a tent. It's a car tent.
A car tent. There we go.
Okay.
A carport is just.
You pull up to a wedding, and they have like the buffet tables or whatever. It's outdoors, and then they have
Nice
the
wedding.
deal.
Who's getting married? Like, how long have they known each other?
They've known each other for quite some time. It's probably been about like 8-9 months, right?
How long were they dating before that?
Yeah. Is this an interracial couple? Because I like to really.
Yeah,
Okay.
Vietnamese and Chinese, and then
man.
they.
Oh, I can't believe that's.
I couldn't believe
That's
it
almost
either.
a forbidden relationship.
Yeah. Oh.
In one of the countries, no, that was Korea. Did I say Korean?
No, you said Vietnamese and
Okay,
Chinese.
good, then I got
they
it
could
right.
both be communist, though, so.
Oh, and they always are trying to like propagate more people into the religion. The religion of communism. So they're getting married. They've known each other for 9 months. It wasn't arranged. They just locked eyes, fell in love, and he was like, "Will you marry me?" In Vietnamese, he said it. I don't know how to say that in Vietnamese.
Do it. Try it.
Just guess, man. Just guess.
Okay, give me 1 second here.
And they're at the carport buffet.
Yeah. Oh man, there's food at these weddings, right? And then underneath there's not an awning, a tent, no walls, 4 posts, triangle in the middle. What's that called? Is that called a carport? You could fit a car under there.
What is that thing called?
You put it in your backyard sometimes.
I know what you're talking about.
Sometimes. Oh, hold on.
Backyard.
Barbecue.
Yeah.
Bạn sẽ cưới tôi chứ? Bạn sẽ cưới tôi chứ?
Bisekoi chutu.
Nice. I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, what's it mean?
Google. Will you marry me? Yes, Blaise. Yes.
Oh,
And what language? Was that Vietnamese?
That was Vietnamese. Okay. Somebody's texting me here.
Didn't they tell you?
Wait,
and you tell them you're busy.
I got it
Okay.
right here.
It's a
Bạn sẽ cưới
canopy.
tôi chứ?
That's what I just said.
Bạn sẽ cưới tôi chứ?
It's a
Dude, the
canopy.
spelling of that is ridiculous.
Bonsai koi duchu?
There's so many different umlauts and stuff.
Hey, shout out to Orange Records. Shout out to Matt at Orange Records. They just moved locations.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Not because he texted me a canopy. It has nothing,
Canopy.
nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
Thank you, guy.
Yeah.
Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Actually, is it Matt with the TH?
Math.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Math.
Math.
Met. It was like a milk.
Now you're speaking Vietnamese.
Yeah. Canopy. That's kind of a funny word if
Actually,
you think about it.
I don't think it's canopy. I think it's actually canopy.
Canopy.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Like a can of peas.
Yeah.
That's silly.
Can of thigh beer.
I can't help it, man. I'm a silly dude. I'm a silly goose.
Dude, I was in a wedding this weekend.
Congratulations, by the way.
Oh, thank you. It means
Yeah, he wasn't
means-
bad. I don't think he was married.
means the world to my friend that got married.
Congratulations.
You hear that, Dylan? Yeah, congrats to Dylan Messer and Madison Tolkien. Well, now Madison Messer.
Now Madison Messer.
Dude, but the Friday night when we did the groom's dinner and all that jazz,
Was it under a canopy?
it wasn't. It was in a building. Yeah.
I was in a carport.
Indoor.
Yeah. But yeah, we were at like the groom's dinner. Went out with other groomsmen and such. Ended up like 4 of us left out. I'm like, let's go across town to West Fargo because that's closer to my house. My friends go, okay. We go over there. The funny thing is, my one buddy, everyone was going to go home. And my one buddy goes, no, I'm going to stay out and wait for these other 2 guys that are coming to town that are like having some beers. They're going to come meet us. So I'm going to stay out and wait for them. They come downtown, have a couple drinks. We make our way to West Fargo to this bar that the guy who was waiting for it, everyone else would have gone in. He goes, my wife's going to be so mad that I'm going to West Fargo now, and we're way in North Fargo. We stay out, gamble. I leave at like half an hour before bar close. My other buddies, I think, are staying there, whatever. I think they left about the same time. Next morning, I show up to the wedding venue. I'm sitting there, like, me and my roommate were the first ones there. The one guy who was like, I'm going to stay out to wait for these guys, is just sitting there, sunglasses covering half of his face.
Now, this guy, he just like ditched you guys to
No, he was with us.
He was with
us the
you
whole time.
Okay.
He was with us. But like the whole reason that everyone was going home except I stayed out with him and the guys.
Okay.
Because our other friends were getting to town. Anyway, he seems in a bad mood, but he just always kind of seems in a bad mood. So whatever.
The sunglasses?
Yeah.
In a bad mood?
Yeah, he's just sitting in the corner. All of a sudden I'm sitting in the back. We're out at the Pines, so they have like all this stuff you can do, like golf simulator, and play pool. So I'm doing that with my roommate. All of a sudden, the bride's dad walks in and goes, so tell me the story of what happened last night. And I'm like, lost $150 playing blackjack, went home. Like, I don't know. Like, and he's like, what's the real story? I'm like, I have no idea.
That's it, man. What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm like, I was one of the last ones to go home. There was like 4 of us out late out of the 15 of us that started. Go back in the other room. The dad goes to the other guy sitting there, goes, well, let's see it. Takes off his sunglasses. Whole side of his face is purple.
Oh,
like,
no.
He got in a fight. Well, somehow people that we were with earlier knew this guy that got punched. Sent a video to our other buddies that were out with us of him just getting knocked out, annihilated.
Oh.
Like it's only a 5-second video. So the guy just comes up, they say some words, and then just smokes my buddy. And he's down. He starts getting up, the guy hits him again and then throws his hat down on him, and we're like, ooh, that's not great. But my God, I haven't seen a eye that purple my whole life. And it wasn't just the eye. It was like, I'm like, did your occipital one completely break?
Oh, yeah.
And then it was like pussy, and they're like, we could put makeup on it to make it look better. And first of all, I wasn't sure because he's like a guy who just wouldn't do that. You know, he was like, I ain't wearing no makeup. And then I realized we're like,
I'm a man.
oh no, there's a bunch of cuts and stuff in that too. Like,
Ooh.
jeez. So then he got
Jeez Louise.
he got downgraded to usher, and then my other buddy
from Best Man?
No,
Or
from just a groomsman.
Okay.
Not best man. That would be even funnier.
Down to Flower Boy.
Then my buddy.
From groom to Usher.
Yeah.
Dude, he was getting
He
married.
was getting married.
He was
Yeah,
going to
that'd be
get married, but now he went back to Usher because he messed up so bad the
Yeah,
night
then
before.
yeah, he was the usher. But then my buddy, they were like, well, we still need this many people to walk up because there's this many bridesmaids. So then they took like his suit, his vest, and his coat and gave it to my other friend who was an usher to be a groomsman now. And it was like way too thick for him. He looked like Kanye West in that music video. Just like,
Oh,
Or like
man.
the Talking Heads video.
Yeah.
yeah. It was so insane though. Like I've
And he
never
was the
saw-
one that said his wife was going to be mad for him staying out late.
Yeah, and so that's
how
kind of
was
the funny
she? I
thing.
bet she was,
But it was
like,
also
really cool.
Oh, she wasn't happy. But the other thing was, I had to be like, the funny thing was, people were like, why'd you guys even go to West Fargo? I'm like, yeah, why did anyone want to go there?
Who
Because
did this?
It was all me being like, let's go to West Fargo so it's closer to my house. And my other buddy was like, I live in West Fargo too. But I mean, like, we'll just say it was his fault for. Well, I mean, it's obviously not my fault. I
Yeah,
was gone,
right.
but
If you get in a fight, like,
You
you,
were
you
just
can't
trying
blame
to
your
get
friend
home.
for dragging you out.
still, well, I mean, I wouldn't say dragged out.
I
was
mean,
mostly
even
like,
if you did.
I was like, someone else wants to stay.
Oh, see, nothing ever good what happens when somebody says, let's go to a place that's closer to my house.
And it's also like
They
the
always
more
get-
places you go, the more riskier you're getting too. Because
Second,
I know,
very
like, yeah, you
third
go to second
locations,
place,
yeah.
third location, like bad stuff
I'd say
has
that-
happened in my life.
I'd say that we went to a place that would probably is a nicer place that you wouldn't expect that to happen. Like the place that when you think of all the bars that we could have gone to and the dirtbags that we are,
Oh,
this
sure.
one was like.
We were
But
this
I mean, just
doesn't
like your
happen
own
there.
personal risk. You're not necessarily like the worst, like you're going to like a bad place, but like you're being.
the party atmosphere for one place is taken to a different atmosphere.
Yeah,
while your
yeah.
mindset's back
It was a
here.
good atmosphere. Yeah, I want to get the lowdown of the people because guess what? He didn't know what happened, so I couldn't get the story from
He
him.
was like, I was just punched in the face.
Well,
and I
what's
don't
funny
know
is
why.
like I went up and I'm like, "What up, dude? So how late? You guys must have closed it down." He's like, "Well, I waited." He's like, "I waited for Casey and Jaden to get to town and hung out with them." I'm like, "Yeah, no kidding, idiot. I was with you. I was the one waiting with you for them."
This is like Wayne's World. Dude.
Yeah.
I was there.
But then then you could tell his face was just kind of like, "Oh no," but. I mean, I couldn't see it just between his mouth reaction because I couldn't see his eyes.
He must have had on like some big Madonna glasses or
Well, dude,
something.
they
I'm
were
trying to
just
picture
like-
these
Yeah.
glasses.
Right,
Like,
it's
they
a
probably
big-
went from
some
like
big old Gucci's.
they
dude.
went from like bottom of nose to over eyebrow.
yeah.
Yeah,
he borrowed them from his new wife.
his new wife.
Well, he's not.
He
the
got
one that
another
it.
one. Also, dude, I walked up. The bridesmaid that I was with was like, she goes, "Hey, pretty sure I can put you on my shoulders."
Oh, I saw that
Oh,
video.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, I bet you probably can." And then I was like, so then like when we did the walk-in thing,
She walked you down there like this.
yeah, no, on shoulders, not on back.
Oh.
I was on her,
Oh.
on her
Oh, like
shoulders.
this.
Yeah, where she was like, she like got down because they do like the announcement thing where they'll say, "Hey, this couple together, this couple,"
Oh,
or whatever,
sure.
you know, when they pair them up. This time though, they go, "We're just gonna announce all the bridesmaids," and be like, "Well, it's the bridesmaids, then then the groomsmen, and then we'll announce the couple." Because no one was like together or whatever in there, you know. And that girl goes, "Hey, I'm gonna put you on my shoulders when they announce all the bridesmaids. Well, I'll just go around you." And I'm like, "This is degrading."
Like,
But I'm up for a good time.
Yeah, I've been degraded before. It'll happen again.
Riding on people's shoulders, top tier fun time.
good times. Always a good time.
I have a friend that's like 6'6", 6'8", Anthony Klinsky. I feel like a little kid when I'm around. I'm 6'2", and I'm still
Yeah.
like, "Hey, can I ride on your shoulders?" He'll be like,
Oh
"Yes."
my God,
it's
it's like
the best
12,
thing ever.
13 feet of people.
There's a dude I work with. Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I'm a big dude.
Well,
I'm not getting up on nobody's shoulders.
I'm not standing. I'm not standing on his
Well,
shoulders.
yeah, I
I'm
thought
sitting
about that
down.
after, but I was just gonna be like, it's okay,
He's got an added torso.
dude. Yeah, you're just standing on top of his shoulders like this.
I was like, it is 13 feet high, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's like
That's not tall. It's not.
it's like
Maybe
9
10,
at
yeah.
most.
There's a dude at my work who's like, geez, I don't know why. How tall are you? Like 6'8" or something like that, right? But a massive human being, like Andre the Giant size human, right? And I'm 6'2", 6'3", if you ask me. And then every time I see him, I'm like, I run up to him and I try to like jump on him sideways, right? Because I feel like a cat, you know? Like I'm just like, I'm so small compared. Like I just run up and I'm like, yeah.
Does he always wear a singlet just with one arm through?
And he's always holding a beer that looks like a miniature can.
just like this.
Dude, watching people that big drink is amazing.
Oh
Like-
yeah, he puts them down.
Yeah,
like,
and
just
they're
quickly.
Oh, you
Hands-
drank with him?
Oh,
Oh yeah,
dude.
we
Yeah.
work together.
My
so,
buddy-
yeah, I mean, we're
We
probably,
drink on the job all
when
the
I see-
time,
I'm
man.
gonna see him in a couple hours. We'll probably get drunk.
Dude, my one buddy,
We
when
come
I,
to your
when
work.
I drink with him, he'll drink like 3 to my 1 beers. He's
Yeah.
6 inches taller than me. And
Yeah.
then it's just like, why aren't you keeping up? I'm like, your hand is bigger than that
Yeah.
can. It's
You can fit more beer in your gullet as it's going down than
yeah.
I can.
And it's not even like them trying to drink
What's a
that
gullet?
much. It just goes that quick.
Is that
That is your gullet, but is gullet
The
technically the
technical term.
inside?
that's what I thought the gullet was like? Your belly.
That's your gut.
Yeah. Gut and gullet.
You go.
Gullet.
Oh yeah, that is. That's exactly what it is. It's actually the passage by which food passes from the mouth to the stomach. So
like
your
esophagus.
your esophagus is your gullet.
Okay.
Wait,
You're the only soft I guess.
which one's for breathing and which one's for eating?
Eaton's esophagus.
All right.
Yeah, and your
Gronchi.
what's your airway
Gronkowski?
called?
95.9
Trachea.
KRFF. Oh, the airwaves. Oh, the airwaves.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
95.9.
KRFF. Remember, were you around when that guy was he would talk about, like he would do his jokes, but like in a baseball announcer's voice? There was a guy, and he was crossing the street, and they said, why did he cross the street? And I said, hey, because he's holding on to the chicken. Ha!
Oh.
Just like, what?
Hey, dude. Get that out. Nobody wants to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
was-
speak for yourself. Then.
Oh, yeah. I was excited every single time he got on stage because it was like, what's he going to say?
I know, yeah.
But I know he's going to say it like this.
Yeah, sometimes the funniest thing is just seeing somebody just completely ramble on about nonsense without getting one single laugh. I think that might be the funniest thing that you could see.
That actually is, well, that is one of my favorite parts about the open mic. Is
Yeah.
that, like, I just murdered. Nope.
Perpetual open micers are my favorite people.
I mean, it draws some of the craziest people on earth to
dude, the
open mic.
things that they say.
Yeah, it's just like
That
it's
one
not
guy-
even like a coherent thought.
The one guy
Sometimes.
last week has done open mic, like 7 times, has never done an actual show. He made merch.
Which guy?
The guy who said he killed it. He gave this shirt.
Oh, no, he didn't make that merch.
Are you sure?
100%.
I don't know.
There was a tag on that shirt, and he didn't make just one shirt.
When
It
you
was
buy
like-
shirts,
brought
when you
merch.
buy shirts that you make your own, there's still tags on them.
Yeah, but this was like I'm not even kidding you. This was like a St. Vincent de Paul tag.
Hey,
I'm not.
St. Vincent on my shirt.
Wow, maybe that's subconsciously that's where I got that from. The St. Vincent de Paul's that thrift store, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a thrift store find, and then it just because he was like,
Let's just get the mic up.
oh,
Okay, this guy though picked on. Dude, the girl that was in the front row had no. There's no reasoning to be that attractive at an open mic comedy show.
Yeah.
First of all, that's
Yeah.
not.
If you're gonna be like that, sit in the back.
okay,
yeah.
We don't need to
you
see
can't
you.
be so distracting to every comic up. Even the girls were like, "What?"
Yeah. If you're that attractive of a girl, you have no business sitting anywhere. What are you doing at an open mic?
Yeah.
She was having
somewhere.
a really good time. Like, it looked like she was laughing and smiling and like.
And she was
engaged.
cool. Oh, that's tough.
Sure, but
Yeah,
then
Get out of here with that.
But then this. Oh, you weren't there on Wednesday, were
No,
you?
I missed last one.
Yeah, there was this this old guy goes up.
It's gonna sound weird, but I have a picture of her.
Yeah, because this.
It's only because she held up the shirt that he gave her.
This guy
and,
brought the
Oh,
shirt.
you have a picture of the merch?
Yeah,
Dude, I'm bringing merch tomorrow, dude. That's it.
yeah, and
Somebody called me. They didn't call me, but they two random people I saw at a bar, and they were like, "Hey, you're the comedy guy," and I was like, "Haha, yeah." And then they told me, they were like, "We keep going out back by the dumpster to buy that guy's merch, but he's never there."
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't know what. Oh, and then I
okay, but just so the people listening know, this old guy showed up, put him last because sometimes it just is the best to keep those people away. But or like put him up last.
Oh, this guy?
Yeah.
This guy brought a shirt and then gave it to this unfairly attractive girl.
He was like, "Who wants it?" And she was the only one that was like, "Me," because she was engaged. Everybody else was like, not engaged in the maybe she has a
engaged in
husband on the way.
But the shirt. Can
Yeah,
I
the
even
shirt
read
is just
that?
so
on-
Yeah, because
crass, dude.
it's
You can't
clinical.
talk about
His
that.
He has
The-
wait,
the
you got to give it context before you
Okay,
read.
say what the shirt was. Say the joke.
Can you say it in the
I'm not
radio
gonna say
in the
the
morning
joke,
time?
but basically he says that he lost 30 pounds because he quit.
He quit
And I mean,
pleasing women.
it is early in the
Oral
morning
vape,
for
yeah.
So like
the verbiage.
the way that
Are the
the
kids
guy
in school yet? Can you talk about?
the guy was saying this stuff that was kind of gross, and he was losing.
Kind of gross.
Yeah,
Fully gross.
He was losing weight by doing things that you shouldn't talk about.
Yeah, the act.
Is there a lot
radio.
of calories?
That's what his claim was
Yeah.
by the act of what he was talking about doing. Maybe just
Yeah, and then he said that the warning, the excess consumption of
Secretions.
may cause bloating and weight gain.
yeah,
And you're like, and he gave the shirt,
which
to
makes me
this-
To
think
the most beautiful girl that's ever come to the open mic.
And you're like, what are you doing?
well,
She'll be back.
Yeah. She's waiting for him.
yes,
She's waiting for him by the dumpster to buy his merch.
That
yeah.
merch should be in a
Metaphorically.
dumpster.
And Ian Finance was there.
Oh yeah, a guy who looked exactly like Ian Finance.
They were together, not together. But yeah, that was.
There's always something weird when I miss the open mic. I see
Dude, it
something like on the message group. They're like, "Oh my god, this is the craziest."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Why do I always miss this
Well,
day?"
because usually you're the weird thing that's
Yeah, that's on the other group chat that I'm not on. It's the Fargo comedy group chat minus Greg.
That's what the name of it is. Group chat minus Greg.
all
Yeah,
this
yeah,
weird
yeah.
stuff happens when I'm not there, and everyone else is like, "A Greg
Oh
guy."
my god,
again."
can you believe Greg again?
Man, that's the open mic always brings out the weirdest people to I mean it's an open forum to be like, and I shouldn't even
Yeah.
say that because it's not, but people treat it as such to like,
Enough.
I mean, people just
there.
go up there. Like crazy people just need a microphone sometimes, and they're drawn to that, and they can just go and just say whatever.
oh yeah.
Obviously, it's just weird. Like I see, like in Atlanta, I saw like this blind autistic kid up there just doing math one time, and he was just like, "Just tell me any numbers." And I'll
You're
do
like,
the math.
69.
Right? Yeah, you would be like, yeah, 69 times 420, and he would just tell you what it is. They'd be like 2,432,000 whatever.
Let's just go down to the homeless camp down in Fargo with a microphone.
Wasn't that
Open mic.
like Josh Dulay, and we were gonna have like a homeless people? That was when Jacob Jenkum was here. We were talking about having a homeless people's open mic.
No, we were gonna have an open mic all-stars competition and fly the craziest open micers from around the
yes,
U.S.
that's right.
into one bus.
That's right. Okay.
Well, homeless would be a lot easier and cheaper.
We
than
still need
flying people in.
but we
Wait.
still need to get the craziest homeless people from all over the country.
Well, we don't have to house them.
That's true. They're comfortable out there.
Yeah.
Probably have to be the summer.
Where are we putting you? Yeah,
Probably not going to hold that in Fargo in the winter.
yeah, we can have our homeless convention in February out here.
Yeah.
Well,
we
it's not
do
a
it and
homeless
just-
convention. That's insensitive. It's a comedy competition
That's
based
like
on
based
craziness.
on
Most of them happen to be homeless.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people just happen to be homeless. Just
Yeah.
everybody just happens to be.
Homeless. Calvin is a good homeless name.
Kelvin.
Calvin or Kelvin?
Calvin. Either way,
Okay.
that's a good name of a person that you'd be like, Calvin's kind of crazy. Or no, I bet Kevin, though. Take the L out.
Yeah, like if there's
And if a guy named Cavin, like Calvin, with just his no L,
Yes,
that's the craziest name there is.
Kevin?
Calvin.
Bro, get out of here, Kevin.
Yeah, Calvin.
Chavin. Chavin.
You can come
Derek
live in my
Chavin.
cabin.
Ooh.
Oh, I can't say that.
You can say it. Right.
I can say it.
You
You can
can.
say Derek
Derek Shavin.
Chauvin.
Chauvin.
What happened to him?
Oh, he
Is
got
he
beat up
deceased?
in prison. Did he die in prison? Nah, he
No,
didn't.
They just beat the hell out of
He's
him?
probably just part of the adult industry.
Ooh, my friend posted online. This was a while ago. It made me think of this earlier when you talked about it. She posted on Facebook because she has a child. She has like 2 kids that are young,
Ugh.
and for whatever reason, she was like, "I want to like watch something not children's movie." But the way she worded it was like, "Hey, does anybody have any good recommendations for adult movies?" And like everybody was like, "Debbie Does Dallas. Have you tried like I don't know, Bead Removal 3
Yeah.
or like I don't know, like there's a bunch of
Mark
titles.
Wade's like,
Boner
I got
Jams
a box
03.
for you.
Yeah. Got a big box of porn for you.
Magazines and VHS cassettes.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a VCR? Greg, you still have a VCR.
Greg,
Dude,
yeah.
I
bet
do not
you.
have a
I
VCR.
bet
I don't even have a CD player, and I bought this Tool live CD off Amazon. I haven't used it because I don't even have a CD player.
Greg, you
You
look
don't
like a
use
guy who
CDs, but
has
okay.
a box full of wild stuff collected over the years. If there's one guy,
I moved too much to like collect. You know what I mean? Rolling Stone
You're like-
gathers no moss.
You-
So like
you-
all my DVDs and CDs and tapes are out in the world.
Yeah, I
and
get that.
you're like, and my Rolling Stone magazine collection has not collected moss because I've kept it perfect.
They're all in.
I do have a bunch of Guitar Worlds like with like Korn and Stained on them.
Oh yeah. Well, they were stained.
Stained.
Yeah, there was some
I
Stained
got a few
magazines.
stained corn.
I have a
What's up with the Korn? Dude?
Hey, well, why is your corn magazine?
Dude, kernels are falling out of this mag. Why are they stuck to the
It
pages?
was Iowa pornography. Cornography.
Pornography.
Pornography. Oh man, that's funny.
Your roast is
Good.
coming up. We're getting ready to roast you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
next
not.
Saturday. Not this Saturday.
That is next Saturday. Yeah, guys, we got a couple things
Not
coming
like coming
up.
up. No. It's 2 Saturdays from now.
Not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday.
Yeah,
oh
not
yeah.
this.
Jeez, I didn't realize it was so close.
Yeah, we should.
Oh, my birthday's this week too.
A surprise.
Yeah, what are we doing for it?
When's your birthday?
15th.
Oh well, that's on a Sunday. So we'll go to
the
church or
Lord's
something.
Day. Yeah, we'll go to
Yeah.
church.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I'll take my first communion.
Get some corn magazines.
Yeah,
Corn-
some
Corn.
corn.
Did you say
We'll
corn?
wash your feet.
magazines?
Corn magazines.
Corn.
No,
Corn. Stained corn.
Creamed corn.
we're gonna make some corn stained.
Creamed porn. All right, Greg, that was too far. That
I
was
didn't say that one. You're on record saying it. You
No,
can't blame me.
no.
You can't prove a thing.
We'll see
Dude.
what the video says
Yeah.
when I edit
this
it
is
to
gonna
be
be
up on
edited.
Greg's face.
Just for the record, this is gonna be edited.
Well, Edited
Except for the
just
part
with-
where you said creamed porn.
yeah, and the stuff where Greg says the N-word.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
That's just where I edited his mouth. just strictly
no.
screaming that.
I saw this. Oh man, it was actually I've seen it 3 times now. I keep laughing every time the dude says, he's like, "Hey, once I snap my fingers, you will not be able to acknowledge that you're gay."
Yeah.
And then the dude is like, "I'm not gay," and he's like, "Right." He's like, "No, I'm not gay," and he's like, "If you say so."
Dude, that
You
was,
can't just snap your fingers. And like,
That's not true. That's not true.
that was like that Norm Macdonald bit where he's like, I got to come out and tell you I'm a deeply closeted gay man. And he's like, you're gay? He goes, no, I'm not.
no,
No, why would
straight.
you say that?
just saying
That's
I'm
what you
deeply
just told me,
closeted.
that you're deeply closeted. He
I'm
goes,
deep.
no.
Oh, I'm a deeply closeted gay
I would never
man.
admit that I'm
Yeah.
a gay man. I'm deeply closeted.
Norm Macdonald was the best.
Oh,
R.I.P..
man, the king.
Yeah, ding. Rodney
Yeah, he
Dangerfield
was-
loved that dude too. Although
He got no respect, though.
no respect.
Yeah, who's you guys' favorite comics?
That's tough. That's
Norm's
super tough.
king for me.
Norm?
Norm's probably up there, but I'd say probably if we're going back, I'd say George Carlin.
Yeah.
But like I feel like at the end he got a little bit too I don't know. Not opinionated, but like preachy opinionated.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah, where it was mostly
negative and
just like,
preachy.
yeah.
And like I think every comic does that. Once they get to a certain point of superstardom, they just start to impose their actual views on people.
Yeah,
And
just
Somewhat,
start
yeah.
telling people what
Yeah.
they
That
think.
and like
yeah.
actors and things like that.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what you. You know
Yeah,
what
you're
is?
not important.
You know what
You
is-
know what I mean? You act like I
Yeah.
don't care what you think.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
You know what is really funny is people being like, you shouldn't be making this much money, blah, blah, blah. And then they're like, it's fine if Taylor Swift makes that much. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're a famous singer? Yeah, have as much money as you want. But billionaires who have companies should not have anything.
The ones I like can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just ridiculous. Yeah, just telling
Well, she
people what they
uses her
should and
powers
shouldn't
for
have.
Good.
Yeah,
Does
you're
she
like-
really though?
They showed that map of her planes, plural.
Yeah.
She has 2 airplanes that go to these destinations.
She
that
needs them, dude.
flies. I don't doubt it. She's got to fly all these equipments but also,
Equipments. I'm pretty sure
And
she
she's
doesn't
just not
fly
a
much
regular
equipment.
person. You can't put her. She's not going on Delta, dude. Like, how would you
Right.
put her on a Delta flight? You can't do it. Like, she has to be like separated from the
well,
population.
she wouldn't do that herself. Like, I mean, honestly, I would take a private plane everywhere if I could afford it. Because there's no way. Like, I don't want to ride nobody wants to ride on an airplane with a bunch of other people.
But I would actually ride
Sure.
I would
Unless
do
you're
what she
Little
did too,
Bow
though,
Wow.
just to be like more safe.
Ocho
I
Cinco.
would fly like the biggest plane too if I could, just because it's like those little private planes are always the ones that crash. Like there's more plane crashes than you hear about, and it's
Yeah.
always the private planes.
It's always a little Cessna.
So it's like, yeah, why not take a Boeing 737 for yourself and your 3 friends so that I die less?
That's like Air Force One. That thing is a 747 or 7.
Those are shoes.
Oh, dude, that's what Nelly was
That's
talking
actually
about.
that was actually a movie. I don't
just-
think you know what you're
now-
talking
now-
about. That was a movie with Harrison Ford. So.
Gary
Yeah.
Oldman.
Yeah, Gary Oldman. He played the Russian man.
I'm
Gary Oldman. I played Russian guy.
Bert Kreischer's in it,
Air Force One. It's it.
just with Russians.
Have you seen that movie, The Machine? I haven't. I heard the story.
That movie is actually really good.
Mark Hamill's in it. Luke Skywalker.
That movie actually,
Yeah.
the thing that I like about that movie is that it actually brings you back to the 90s, early 2000s movies where it is just a goofy, funny movie, kind of, that, like, the storyline goes pretty well because it's not based, it's based off, like, the Burt Kreischer Russian story, but they built another story on top of it.
Well, yeah,
so
you
it's
can't.
not just, like, the one that you hear 50 times that he's like, when I was 22, I was involved with the Russian mafia.
And people still to this day debate whether or not that's true or not.
Yeah,
I don't know if it is or not.
I don't really care either way.
Yeah, that's a funny story.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if it's
Greg, you
real
should start
or
taking
not.
your shirt off on stage.
Oh,
Be,
yeah.
the, be the Fargo Burt Kreischer.
Be like the funny fat guy.
Yeah.
I should start drinking again. You guys think I should start drinking again? You think
No.
it would be good for my act?
I don't. Well,
You
here's
think,
what
people,
I
you
think.
think people would like me if I started drinking
We,
again?
we
If
told
you-
Greg that the other day when we saw him at the brewery. We were like, Greg, wait, are you off the wagon? Awesome. You come hang out with us.
Yeah, right.
Let's go.
Let's get after it.
You should like have a seltzer, like a
Yeah, I could
seltzer
pretend to
water,
drink.
and then be like, whatever, like here it goes, and then
Down the gullet. And then
Go.
everybody starts laughing.
Yeah.
because you said
And I'm just like
gullet.
chugging like a bottle of water, but it's vodka.
Oh,
Or reverse.
I also just found out, back to our word canopy, if it were more than one canopy, it would be a canopy. Like there's so many canopies.
Huh. I think
I don't think that's right at all.
Listen, I got a text.
the canopies are just what I eat for dessert.
I have 3 canopies.
I had another cano pie today.
Pumpkin, spice.
What's your favorite pie?
Can I say hair?
Yeah, pie.
Yes. That's how I lost all this weight. All right.
The secretions.
No, my favorite pie. Let's see here. It's tough to say because there's so many great pies, but like, if I were
Like,
looking,
I just love. You don't want to offend the other pies. Like all the other pies did great.
Yeah.
well, if I
I
say,
just want to shout out to pumpkin,
I do,
lemon
I do.
meringue. You know what I mean?
I'd
That's
probably
what's up.
I'd go key lime over lemon meringue. The meringue part's cool, but it's not cool enough to oust key lime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd probably say pumpkin because, like, hands down, I like pumpkin probably because I wouldn't say scarcity, but like, I'm not gonna eat a pumpkin pie right now.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving time, of course.
What do you
And
think
it's
of
that one
French
time of
silk?
year.
Well, I guess I'll just put
You
away
mean
this
chocolate
pumpkin
pudding
pie that I brought.
Yeah, I love chocolate pudding
Yeah.
pie.
Well, those chocolate pudding pie, but then there's French silk, which is different
Oh,
consistency.
chocolate.
Well,
Chocolate.
whichever one has a graham cracker crust, count me in.
is cheesecake considered a pie?
I'd say the cheesecake. Cheesecake is inappropriately named. That should be cheese pie.
Yeah. We called it
That's
queso
not a cake?
queco when we were in Mexico.
Queso Keiko.
Cheesecake.
Queso Keiko in the morning.
Queso and cake.
That's
Yeah.
he
Wait,
leads
let's
the-
hear your Casey Kasem impression. You
Yeah,
get
good
one?
point.
Oh,
Casey
Kasem. I'm Casey Kasem.
That's better than
Dang,
we
dude.
are with
yesterday.
the top 40.
Last
Casey
week,
Kasem.
Dave was like, and we're like, that's not a good Casey Kasem.
And then we had a Casey Kasem and none
that
of
his
us.
Russian counterpart, Casey Kasem.
I was like, Casey Kasem. Yes.
This is my cousin from Russia, Casey Kasem.
I almost started to do a different accent.
We will play the hits, all mandated by the state.
Number one again is Russian national anthem. For 45 years in a row, number one hit
Yeah,
is
sung,
national anthem of Mother Russia.
sung by Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir, kick it.
Voted by the people, 100% best song.
I will not say that we'll be putting it on again because last time I get poisoned.
Casey Kasem, dude, doing the hits. The Russian top 40.
Coming in at number 2, the Tetris theme.
Oh man,
That's funny, dude.
Casey Kasem.
number 3, the Russian national anthem. we are save time. We make those 2 songs all top 40s.
Yeah, for Tetris. I thought it
Number-
was the same song. I
number-
thought Tetris theme was the Russian national anthem.
Barely missing the mark and getting edged out at number 41 is the Nutcracker song.
Number 4, Backstreet Boys.
Backstreet's back, all right.
Not like those in-sync freedom lovers. The
That'd be funny,
Spice
it's like-
Girls.
Yeah. These Spice Girls, actually, they're here to perform live. We kidnapped them last night.
They are having very good time.
Yeah.
Girls, you
She's
can
very,
come up.
this is very scared Spice.
Scared.
They all seem very scared Spice today.
Russian names for the Spice Girls would be like very scared Spice. There'd be trains like Rocky IV style Spice instead of Sporty Spice. There'd be Posh Spice would have to be like her family owns bread factory and she is able to wear brand name clothes Spice. Brand name clothes.
Oligarch Spice.
Malish Spice. 'Cause that's how you say baby.
Малыш.
Malish.
Government
Spice.
mandated reproduction. Spice.
You know the rest, the Spice part.
We could use more Ukraine land Spice.
Which one is that?
Is that war still going on? Like, we don't feel like we don't hear about that one anymore.
Nah, because
that one's knocked down the news level.
Yeah. We got the election
Old
coming
news.
up.
Oh yeah,
It'll
there's no
pop up.
wars going on right now because they stopped the wars for the election.
It'll
Right?
pop. Yeah, it'll pop up when they say like, "This is what we're gonna do." They got to figure out which side, which part of the, which side more people are leaning towards.
Yeah.
It's like, are you against it or for it? And then they both say that they're whatever the more popular thing is.
Yeah. It's
They're
like a
like-
test group,
Yeah.
and then they figure out how they feel about life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, the bombings are horrible, and no, actually, the people are okay
Like
with
the-
it. The
Oh,
well, the
bombings,
bombings
are
are
great.
great.
The,
Yeah,
the
love the
bombings are
bombings.
horrible from one side. Like,
I saw like Israel was like bombing Syria. I'm like, Syria?
Did you hear that?
yeah.
Somebody's knocking.
Dude, yeah, we're starting to talk about politics now. Somebody's here.
Vladimir, he's
Keep it down about the Russian nationality.
yeah.
Do not talk about Syria.
Yeah, we could more talk about mustard gas spice.
Get into this train car, Spice.
Yeah.
That's Germans.
Yeah, where you just go World War
Well,
II.
they did
with
their
it.
share of like shipping people around too.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we should just be friends with Russians. That's why we're always so mean to those guys. We just got to be like,
We
hey,
have
buddy,
been very mean. To
come
them.
over and eat some. Come over eating some can of pies with us,
Do they even have key lime pie over there? I bet we brought it over there. They'd love it.
dude. That's the thing.
Do they
we,
even have limes?
We give Russia some key lime
have
pie.
watermelon
We might.
sometimes.
What do they have? Any fruits up there?
Probably
Up
like
there.
a turnip. I think is about as close as they get.
Do you get killed?
Then we got a beet.
Most of them get killed. It's
I am going to farm to pick my.
you can't, dude. I don't know. It's like cold up there. It doesn't seem like any fruits would survive.
I
Like
think
every
it's-
single
Well,
one.
it's cold
would.
here too, though.
Yeah, I think it's. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's on the.
do they get like
geographically the same,
warm?
like,
Yeah,
I
but
almost
some
said
goes.
Middle Earth. I almost said that. Geographically, I think it's Middle Earth. I mean, I think they're like U.S., Canada. Like they're a huge country. I think it goes.
I think like most people.
Yeah,
It's
most
kind
of
of like
Russian is
Canada,
froze,
where
though.
they all live like
In the south part.
less
Yeah, everything
one-
else is frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Russian.
Russian fruits.
Fruits.
I woke up for this podcast where you learn things.
I guess cherries, strawberries, cherries, raspberries. Yeah, actually, pretty much everything. We
Yeah, those
have.
look like nice fruits. That's a nice display of fruits.
apples. The apple is their national fruit.
The Russian apple. We should get some of those.
Yeah. Russian apple.
This Russian Top 40 brought to you by Apple. Not the company, the computer company, but the actual fruit.
We have no computer companies in Russia because the government makes computers for you to look at, and you can only see prorussia.com and Facebook.
That's usually what I go on.
Russia book.
I usually only visit those websites anyway.
Yeah, I mean, that's
dude.
how I met Kim was on
ProRussia.com.
ProRussia.com. I met my wife on
When
there.
we were-
Yeah, I bought a couch off of there. It's really good
Do you
stuff.
guys remember that that thing, chat roulette?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I found out about chat roulette, and my brother-in-law was hanging out, and we were, we were in Minnesota, so it was cool. I told him about it, and he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you chat roulette, and then your camera comes on, and then you're linked to somebody else anywhere in the world that's on chat roulette." And he was like, "What?" So we typed it in. First thing that popped up, it was two dudes and a Russian model. She was gorgeous, and they were sitting there, and like she's the one doing it, and like there's two guys in the background, and they're breaking up marijuana. And I look at my brother-in-law, and I was like, "Whoa!" So I just grabbed my pipe. They're like, "Oh!" We talked for like 3 minutes, and they were talking in Russian. We couldn't understand them. We were speaking in English. I think they could understand me. I don't know. That's just what I want to
I'm
believe.
surprised that they.
Yeah, I didn't know they had weed over there.
Yeah, that lady
Oh,
was
dude,
there.
it was. Well, I mean, maybe they were breaking up regular tobacco. This was the.
Yeah, you're just like, I bet it's weed.
I bet it. Well, I mean, they were. Anyway,
We'll just say it was weed.
we'll say it was. And then that was like, oh, that was so cool. That was cool. That was cool. We click next or whatever, and it immediately goes to a dude pounding the pud. I was like,
Yes.
oh my God. Click next. Immediately goes to a dude pounding it. Click next. And like, it was like the next 5 people were that. And I was like, you know what? Chat roulette's done. We're not gonna.
They
oh
were
my
actually
God.
in Russia too, and they was just
Yeah.
putty spice.
Pounding the pud spice.
Pounding bud. That is punishable by death.
That seems like a manly thing to do in Russia.
That's the. It is either this or Olga, who feels
Olga.
like potato.
Duh.
Not even
Not even a microwave potato.
If
just
you
a
take
straight up
4
potato.
potatoes and put them together and then insert it is
This is my wife.
that is my wife.
Insert.
It's like sleep of wizard. Borat.
Potato.
Potato. You know what I
Potato,
keep forgetting
potato.
to do?
Can of Pepsi.
Okay, well, we need to get out of here pretty soon. What are you forgetting to do? Let's plug our stuff and then.
Well, I keep forgetting to like go on Snap and say that we're all here and all that jazz. So
Yeah.
like,
So we're all here, guys.
all
We got we got a couple shows coming up. Actually, this weekend, if you guys are around, Jeff Asmus, Tommy Brennan,
oof.
Alex Dragosevich, Tim Smith are going to be at the Cellar. That's a stacked lineup, and for
Super
$20,
Yeah, that's crazy.
you're going to see some of the best comics coming from New York City right now. Dude, they always
Headliner
kill it.
is legit.
Yeah, 3 headliners.
Yeah,
on one
yeah.
show.
Get that.
Yeah.
Go to that. Tickets are $20. FrontStreetTaproom.com. There's 3 shows, almost all sold out. Look for those. Also, if you guys know the popular show Kill Tony, we're doing a Kill Tony style show at Swing Barrel next Friday, the 20th. So that's the night before Homecoming in Fargo. So if you guys want something cool to do, tell people about that. We'll have a table set up, kind of like Kill Tony. We're just ripping that off. But bunch of comics. I think. Well, I mean, if you guys, whoever
And
wants
regular
to, is
people
going
too.
up
Like
there.
Duster's gonna be there. Right?
Yeah, well, Duster's on the panel.
He's on the panel.
We have 5 of us on the panel, and then whoever can.
Is there going to be any guests, like surprise guests?
Well,
like,
that was Duster, I think. But
oh, I thought Donald Trump shows up sometimes.
Donald Trump
He
probably
might
will be there.
Yeah,
He's
we're
going from the
waiting to
Lex
hear.
Friedman podcast to come over to be on.
And Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got
she's
the
flying
jet.
a private plane
into the
plane,
Moorhead
so
Airport.
We're doing that, and then the roast of Mark Way. You can hear us make fun of him on September 21st at 8 p.m. That's also at the Front Street.
Yeah.
Get tickets to that at FrontStreetTaproom.com.
That is true. But everybody else is going to get made fun of too. It's not just me.
That
Yeah.
is
You
true.
know.
We're
If
there
any
for
of these
you, but
dweebs
everybody
will
else.
start writing, half the people I'm talking to are like,
Dude,
I haven't written anything yet. And I'm like, what are you doing?
What's funny to me is like I don't think I'm going to get roasted so much as everybody else.
Yeah.
Like they're going to be like, "Oh, everybody blah blah blah." And then they'll say like, "Oh, Mark Way's old." Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's what sucks about being so cool. It's just
Yeah,
not-
I
Yeah.
mean, there's no material for you.
Yeah.
You just
What
got
I-
it made.
What I'm really afraid of is that they talk about my huge wiener.
Oh, yeah.
Like if they're like, "Oh man, got such a big wiener."
That's my Jake. You read my notebook, man?
Well,
It just says, oh, man.
that's actually just Greg's diary. You thought you got his joke book?
thinking about it.
Okay, on that note, guys, you were listening to I Woke Up for This with Blaise Kautzman
Hey, it's me, Mark Way.
and our friend Greg Hobbs.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for
well,
having me.
check us all out. Just check us all out.
Just check us out, dude.
You can
check
see us
out.
this Wednesday at the open mic.
Yeah, come to the open mics. And then see us at our shows. And then listen to more of this podcast. Tell your friends.
Tell your
Toodaloo.
Love you.
Bye, toodles.
Oh, 1 second.
One second. Up.